that fear of death. I'm not immune to it. I gotta deal with that shit every day. Hi, friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching my video on the fear of death. Subscribe to the channel, check out some more videos. I'm sharing my story. I've just learned how to deal with it my own way. It's not like I win all the time. You have your good days and bad days. There's a lot of effects of it, and a good thing to do is to keep in mind when you're suffering from these effects of fearing death. I don't exactly fear it. I think for me, it's because it's like a part of life. It started, I don't know, it's over a few years now where this thought of death kind of sets in. And, you know, looking at my math and looking at the numbers and looking at this disease, and, you know, it's something I've had to face. And I know if you are disabled or going disabled, it is something that you do think about. I think everybody thinks about it at some point in their life. You know, yeah, sure, there's like suicidal thoughts and there's like ugly thoughts and stuff, but there's also, I don't want to say beautiful, but they're kind of beautiful thoughts. That's kind of where I'm at with it. It wasn't easy. It took a while to get to this point to where I don't fear death. You know, yeah, it's not something anybody wants, not something I want, but I'm not afraid of it. It's like part of life. It's not an enemy of mine. It's really pointless to fight it. All my beliefs and my thoughts on this have changed, and, you know, unless you've died and come back, I'm probably not gonna take your advice in any way. I'm dealing with my own darkness, and, you know, you can call it darkness, but it's not really darkness to me anymore. It was at first, but I don't know, maybe that's like the whole acceptance thing. That's like another thing to look into if you're dealing with something like this or life has gotten so bad. Look into the 5 steps of grief, or the 5 feelings of grief. You know, there's a lot of them. They happen different ways to different people. They don't follow a particular order. You can go through all of them and then end up at one again, or step 2 or step 3. The steps are kind of like they change, so it's determined by the individual. You know, for example, right off the top of my head is like anger. First there's anger, and then there's denial, and bargaining is a part of it, and depression is in there, and acceptance. And if you look at all these different feelings of grief, there's wisdom in there, so it could help you not fear grief. And grief can relate to a lot of different things. There's a lot of new frontiers when thinking about death or going into it, or all these different kind of things. None of us know what the hell is on that other side, or how to even speak or visit, or, you know, if those things happen, those things happen. And for me, going back to that rejuvenation thing, is when something finally happens, you know, it's just for now. Everything changes. So, you know, I might leave this place, but I'm going somewhere. It's not like all this is for nothing. After dealing with this for so long, I've learned to, I guess, accept it. It's part of this whole accepting thing. And, you know, yeah, it sucks. I can't do anything I used to be able to do that I love so much. So now, you know, like behind me, I grow plants and I love it. You know, it's like the craft of growing does something to my soul or my spirit. Just makes me happier. My dog, those things give me purpose, and I've found a way to shift it more to like a duty, like I made a job out of it. And if you're disabled and you can't do shit anymore, then I guess be creative. Try to put your mind to something to make yourself, like, make a job for yourself, like a purpose. Give yourself like a purpose. Even if it's stupid, it might morph into something else in the future that could benefit you and benefit others. So when it comes to fearing death, yeah, you could be afraid of it. It's totally understandable. It's scary, but I don't see the point in wasting my time and being afraid of something, because it makes me afraid of it and not do anything about it and not talk to anyone, not talk about my situation and that kind of stuff. And I just noticed in my experiences that when I keep my mouth shut, it could be good, but most of the time, if it comes to how I feel, it's bad to keep my mouth shut. If you found some value in my words, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share with a friend, someone that's living in those deep, dark places. They're not alone. I'm with them. And the purpose of me making these videos is to share my story and my knowledge of what I know about me in this journey. So don't be afraid of it. Until next time, friends.